Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Pokemon Puzzle League for the Nintendo 64. We're going to be running the Super Hard category. My name is Tayman. I am the world record holder in this category, and I am joined by fellow runner and broader puzzle game speedrunner FFR Pro 21.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Alright, so for you guys that played this as a kid or when you were younger, you might remember how the super hard category was insanely difficult. Just beating it is an accomplishment because of how insanely fast AI cursor speed is. But we're going to be using a couple tricks to basically an AI exploit to kill these runners or kill these opponents as fast as possible. And for the first time ever in marathon history, we have an input viewer. So lots of this game goes very fast. So that's exciting. And we do have a bid war, and it looks like Bulbasaur won. That's being cut off right now.
Okay, indeed, because if assuming indeed, as you said, the cutoff is right now. Oh, looks like actually, let me check. I think we might have a snipe.
Get a snipe
Let
in.
me check.
Oh man.
Let me check right now. This may be quite exciting. Looks like indeed there was a snipe literally last second.
Oh man.
And this is from a 124 euros donation from Tiny Tim, saying, "Hey all, Pika Pika. This is for Pika's Choice. Cheers."
All
Wow.
Oh man. All right. Well, it's up to
Wow.
you then.
Indeed. That means indeed. First off, thank you so much, Tiny Team, for your donation. That is huge, and that means that puts Pikachu on top, currently with 133 euros total. So yeah, that was an absolute snipe. And importantly, also that puts us at 998 euros. So we're just 2 euros away from the big 1K.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone, for your donations. Wow.
Congrats to
that's it,
Pikachu.
folks.
Congrats to Pikachu for being selected for the first time ever in these bid wars. Alright, so I think we're good to go. You ready to go, FFR?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright, cool. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So now I can just mash through and select Pikachu, as we normally do in the speedrun. And, do you want to explain the trick we're going to try to do on Gary 1 to kill him really fast, FFR?
Sure. So the trick we're gonna try to do here is called the double 4 combo strat. So what we usually do is we start a chain with a 4 combo, and then somewhere else in the chain we get another 4 combo. And well, we didn't really succeed the first time, but basically what it does is that cover both sides of the opponent's playfield with a 4 combo garbage block, and we try to have it so that it separates from the rest of the garbage, because this AI is programmed to concentrate on trying to clear the lowest garbage first, and if it's not able to clear the lowest garbage,
We're having some unfortunate audio issues, so I'll try to explain as best I can. So this AI is programmed to clear the lowest garbage block on their screen. So what we do is we send a pattern of garbage that it's basically like two. That is not what I want. I'm. So we send a pattern of garbage such that one of them will fall near the bottom. And if the AI cannot find a clear on that garbage block, they'll just freak out and die, even if they had clears elsewhere.
Yeah. So, shout out to Discord. Just kicked me out there for no reason. But I'm here. Don't worry, I'm back.
All right, welcome back, FFR.
Yay, tech issues. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, we're still struggling on Gary 1 here.
There we go.
Okay. Gary 1 did not make it in time, so yay, we're out of the first stage.
Yeah, so another trick I try to use, it's called the stop time kill. On these earlier stages where the opponent's cursor speed isn't as fast, if I notice that they're not giving me a good setup for the traditional quick kill, I will drop my chain and send my garbage as soon as they raise their stack. When you raise your stack, it actually resets your stop time. Your stop time is basically how much time you have until you die if your screen's full of garbage.
Yeah.
And, yep. Yeah, if you want to take over there.
Yeah, so, you can gain extra stop time by making combos and chains. Bigger combos and bigger chains give you more extra stop time. And also, while the screen is shaking and while blocks are clearing, the stop timer does not go down. It only goes down when nothing is happening. And whenever you raise your stack, all the extra stop time that you got from combos and chains goes away immediately. So for these slower opponents, because their cursor speed is not as quick, they're more liable to basically try to do stuff, but not be able to get moves in time. That will not be the case later on, because once we get to the later stages, their cursor speed will be way too fast to try to run them out of stop time.
Yeah, so I'm going to try that right here. Oh, what was that?
I just wanted to ask if we had time for a donation.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right.
Awesome. Because I'm very happy to say that we crossed 1k euros thanks to a €2 donation by Floa258. Shout out to Floa. Saying, I can't believe it at that 998. And indeed, you haven't left it. We're now at 1,000 euros. That is awesome, everyone. You can congratulate yourselves for reaching that number, and we'll go beyond. Hype moment.
Dude, wonderful. Congrats.
All right. The even round 1K.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the stop time kill is basically an extra tool in our tool belt early on to kill these guys, because the AI exploit requires that the AI leave an opening for you on the side. That requires them to chain a lot, and at the beginning, these opponents are very good, but they're not as good as later on. So if it looks like they're not going to leave the opening I need, I will just take my chances with the stop time kill. like really, this game is all about basically like maximizing your chances of getting the kill at any given time.
Right. Which means that you have to actually pay attention, not to your own playfield, but your opponent's playfield as well. So you kind of have to watch both screens at one time.
Yes, and that is the hardest part of learning the speedrun. And a lot of people that get into Puzzle League, they played this game as a kid, myself included. And
same here.
it's really just a... I hope that works.
Oh, looks promising.
No. Surge is being a butt. But yes,
Uh,
while I'm chaining, I'm also glancing over at the opponent's screen. That is the hardest part of the speedrun. Otherwise, like, you want to time your garbage blocks. Otherwise, there's more RNG if you're just dropping your chain and hoping things work out. You need to drop your chain at the ideal time. I'll let this play out a bit. There we go.
Surge is low on blocks, and he ran out of moves. So yeah, if Tayman feels like that fight's gonna go on for a really, really long time, he can reset the stage and try again. We can do this for every stage except for one at the ends. We'll talk about that once we get there, though.
I dropped that before I wanted to. If I was doing a serious grind of this game, which is never do that, by the way. I'm doing it right now, and I don't know why I am. I would be resetting a lot more often. There we go. Because usually you're gonna waste time. I like the marathon setting because I don't have to reset as often, and it can be a lot cozier.
Yeah, speaking of the world record, so the world record for this difficulty we're playing here is 1535.
Yeah, and we set the estimate to be much higher than that. And I messed up that chain. I want to say that this game has the record for highest ratio of world record to estimate.
Yeah, it is certainly up there. So yeah, the reason why we set the estimate so high is that runs can vary by just so much. You can get a really good run and beat this in under well under 20 minutes, or we get a run that's not so good and takes 45 minutes or even longer.
Yeah, and a lot can go wrong. Like, a lot can go wrong, and you can still finish under 40 minutes. Man, that was not very good block arrangement there.
Nice mid-air swap, though.
Yeah, thank you. Got a lot of Puzzle League players love their swag chains.
Yeah, because it is all about the swag in puzzle gaming.
Yeah, there are lots of that's a frame perfect trigger. Okay, we don't have Sabrina topped off there.
Yeah, it is kind of important that you top off your opponent, because that is how you win.
Yeah, so usually if I mess something up, I will often reset right away. Because you want to make sure you have the strongest opening possible.
Yeah, so doing a big chain and throwing a few combos in there will.
That might work. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, you got that. So yeah, you want to try to start off with a big chain and throwing in a bunch of combos in there.
I usually try to throw in no more than 2 extra combos besides the 4 combos, because if you have too much combo garbage, then that gives the AI extra opportunities to clear. Like, because that combo garbage will clear into blocks, and okay, so that I got it perfectly on Blaine right there. So basically, I looked over at Blaine's screen while I'm chaining. I saw that I had the opening there, and then stopped my chain. And if you add some combo garbage in there, it gives you a little extra cushion to make sure they're topped off. But normally I like to include no more than 2, because as that combo garbage clears, if you have 3 or more, then it's more likely they'll have a clear on the second tier of garbage. Okay, that's
true. So also, you kind of do want to, at the same time, throw in some combos. This way, you can, you're able to send a bunch of lines of garbage while cutting your chain a bit shorter.
No, freaking Tracy.
Yeah. So yeah, stage 9 here. Nicknamed in the puzzle community, Troll C. This is actually where the big difficulty spike happens between stages 8 and 9. Tracy's curve speed goes much faster at this point now.
Well, pause buffer strats never work.
Who was it that tried to do pause buffer strats? Was it Monty?
Someone told me it was Monty. Like I haven't been in the puzzle league community as long as some people, because apparently people started, like, there was a Skype group for this back in 2013, 2014. I joined like late in 2017, so I missed all the good lore.
Yeah, I do remember when the Puzzle General Discord was just a small Skype group of a few people.
Apparently
Although I came in after they were doing all the PPL races every day.
That sounds amazing, honestly. We don't race nearly as often as we used to, because people realized how bad of a game this is.
I mean, this game does make for some pretty exciting races.
No, like, we dunk on this game all the time, but we love it, but we love to hate it. I think Tracy's giving me what I need there. Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's
perfect.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
No, he got a horizontal clear.
Oh,
frickin' Tracy. So that would have worked, but he had a horizontal clear. We hate horizontal clears because they're less common than the vertical clears. Ooh, okay, I think that's gonna work. So Tracy just ran himself out of blocks.
Oh yeah, you got bailed out there. But yeah, that was very unlucky initially, because Tracy actually was lowering some of the blocks on the big tall pillar there.
Yes, so the ideal thing that the AI does for us is they leave one side open and then the other side they have a big pillar. I'm gonna try this. That way you don't have to send them as much to top them off. That's not gonna work. Because we don't want them to level off the stack.
Yes, that can happen sometimes. Doesn't happen as often in this game as in its GameCube counterpart, but it can happen, and it's pretty annoying when it does.
I actually have my own FFZ emote called No Leveling. And it's just a picture of a level crossed off. It's pretty great. Okay, Rocket is being a little finicky here. Of course, that's gonna fall down. Ooh, is this gonna be good? There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting thing about Team Rocket here is that whenever they have a chance to, they will actually try to make the biggest combo or biggest lag chain possible off of garbage.
Really? Like, I've always wondered about that. Because I know Geo does it a lot, and I don't know if these AI opponents have some particular programming.
Yeah,
or if it's...
I think from what it feels like is that Team Rocket and Geo seem to try to use up the blocks more, whereas some of the other opponents later on tend to not do that.
Yeah, I've noticed that with Geo the most. Sometimes Mewtwo does it. It's really weird. This game doesn't really play well with like task tools or modding, so there's a lot of things we haven't been able to figure out. I messed that up.
Yeah, most N64 emulators can't even run Pokemon Puzzle League.
Or it's you might have seen people run it and there's like separation between the blocks, just like as a graphical glitch.
Yeah, I think there's one particular emulator that has a graphics plug-in that you can enable to fix the graphics so that there isn't the gap between the blocks.
Yeah, Project 64, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we have explained basically what the game's all about. So why don't you guys tell us what your favorite Pokemon are?
Well, mine of course is Vaporeon, because that's the best evolution. But yeah, all the evolutions are great.
Yeah, it's really hard to go wrong with that. My favorite is Absol, who kind of is like a parrot. It pretends to be a dark and brooding Pokemon, but it really isn't. Shoutouts to Gen 3.
Gen 3 was alright.
I think Gen 3 was the last gen where like most of the Pokemon were good. And then Gen 4 started getting a little silly.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, nothing can meet the first two generations.
Oh yeah, Gen... Oops. That was not... That was not what I wanted to do. That's okay. Richie... that's absolutely not gonna work.
Yeah. The red was literally just right there.
No, Gen 2 was amazing. Like the original Gold and Silver games still hold up today. And when I bought it, or when my mom bought it for me rather, I was the coolest kid in daycare.
I actually never played Gold and Silver when I grew up, but I had Crystal.
Oh, I've never actually played Crystal. I heard that was amazing.
Yeah,
Richie is being a butt.
Yeah, Pokemon Crystal is really good. Never actually beat the game, but I did play it a lot. Also note that Pokemon Crystal is actually a very popular game for randomizers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I know, well, the Grand Master of the Crystal Randos is Keyzeron. He does a whole bunch of them all the time.
Shoutouts to Keyzeron. He's a big personality. Who is this? No, he just had that one block there.
Kind of looked like he was going to put the red down, but then decided otherwise.
Also, shoutouts to Richie. No one knows who he is.
He's Discount Ash.
Discount Ash. Good old... Also, shoutouts to the N64 controller for being challenging to work with, to say the least. It's kind of unbelievable that I'm able to do anything. Because
I actually love the N64 controller. Like, the D-pad on it is actually really good.
Is it just mine then? It's super wobbly? Because like sometimes I'll breathe on it and it'll be like, oh, did you mean to go diagonal up 4?
I mean, it is an old controller, and you know, it's hit or miss if you get a good one or not.
Oh, I thought maybe that could work.
That's a one more line.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to focus up here because this Richie is getting really annoying.
Yeah, we are actually at the point of the game where the AI is really fast, so there is definitely lots of potential where they can do a big opening chain.
What? Did I not get my second 4 combo there? I swear I did. Yeah, so like you see that there wasn't
it looked like there was, but yeah, if you try to do a double 4 combo strat, but your last chain link in a chain is a 4 combo, it'll actually, the second 4 combo will actually appear above the big chain block.
Yeah, which is not ideal.
Yeah, so there are some quirks and inconsistencies with the garbage system and how it drops garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but it's really annoying when it happens because we have this whole strategy. Really? Okay, oh my gosh. I went for a 3-frame trick there, and I'm pretty sure I got it, but the game thought otherwise. If you want to watch me to talk to this game for 2 hours, go ahead and watch my streams.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Whenever I do speedruns of this series, I tend to talk to the game a lot as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if we had a bit of time for a donation.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Great. We got a $5 donation from the ferret saying, I said dollars, I mean euros. I'm tired. I mean, hey Tay, ferret here, cheering you on from Canada. Smiley face. But
Ferret.
yeah, thank you
Hey,
so much.
fellow Canadian. All right.
Thank you so much for your donation. And indeed, good luck.
Thank you, Ferret. Good friend of mine. Okay, I am going to 100% focus on getting Richie to stop being a big butt.
We have a nickname for Richie, but we won't say it here.
The PG-13 or the PG nickname is Discount Ash.
Well, that's not PG. That's just G.
That's just G. There's no parental guidance with those words. Yes! Oh my gosh.
Yay! There we go. That should be a good thing because I think you were out of moves there.
I was looking. I was like, this block arrangement seems a little sketchy.
Alright, so Lorelei here.
What did we got Cloister. Cloister. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going.
So yeah, he's gonna drag out the chain to try to find another opportunity to drop it.
That was some smooth chaining, if I do say so myself. And Lorelei does nothing.
Well. Yeah, sometimes that'll just happen. You know, you miss an opportunity, then you try to wait it out for another one, and another one just doesn't come. So it's just like, you tried.
If you had one shot or one opportunity, would you take it, or would you mess up your garbage drop?
Well, obviously you take it.
Okay, can this work, please? Can this
looks
work?
promising?
All right, cool.
Oh yes.
All right, so now I go to Bruno.
3
Bruno.
stages left.
Yeah, so let's hope that these go smoothly. Well, I hope that. Okay.
Could work.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like when they only have one line below their lowest garbage block, they'll raise their stack up, but then they'll only have 2 lines, and then usually you're fine. All right, Gary 2 is. Oh, get your cookies in the chat.
Oh yes. Yeah, the Kingler voice when it's Jin actually sounds like it's saying cookie. It's actually kind of neat.
Nope, that's not gonna work.
Wow, Gary too was doing some lag chain there. So fun fact about Gary 2, this is the only character you cannot play in 2-player versus mode.
Alright, and now get your bears in the chat. Because Nido Queen, I'm pretty sure like there have been other games with like bear sound effects, and I just did a 7, so that's cool.
Oh, yes, you drop the green down.
I usually spot those, but normally you don't have like the drop 7s. Like those are a little rarer.
Yeah.
Drop it! No, he had the sideways clear.
Oh, yeah. Clear the greens on the side of that combo block. Yeah, usually that doesn't happen too often either, because they'll try to find a clear below the garbage.
Well, right. Well, here's what I think happens is it takes so there's like an algorithm running for the AI, and I think like sometimes they'll go for stuff that isn't what they should be because the algorithm's still catching up. So basically, they're going after those greens that are on the side because that's what it put in its queue before it realized that there's a garbage block down there.
Right. Like he was already gonna go for it. It's just, it's just kind of buffering when it's gonna go for it.
Right. That's my theory just from years of watching the AI.
Yeah, like sometimes there could be like a clear in the way that it's waiting to try to do the next move.
And sometimes like they'll queue something else up that isn't the bottom garbage block, and then they'll just ignore that garbage block entirely, like totally undermining our strategy. And I think like sometimes it just gets lost in the queue, I guess. But that's always annoying when it happens.
Yeah, very interesting thing is if you do get a combo garbage block all the way to the bottom of the screen, same as that, they just completely ignore it for whatever reason, which is not what happens in the GameCube version. In the GameCube version, if that were to happen, that AI actually doesn't know what to do with it, and so they're just like, well, I can't clear this garbage on the bottom of the screen. I guess I'm out of moves.
Man, I wish. Well, I went for a trick there. Gary! Holy cow! Is it. Ah. It's like they don't realize they're S hard AI and they can chain. It's like, you can leave me an opening, Gary. It's okay. You can stop being a supreme butt.
Gary's just like, nah. Oh, somehow kept the chain going. I don't even know how.
Because I'm a god gamer. Alright, go off, Gary. Or don't. Just be, like, way up here. Way up. Are we gonna get, like, the stop time kill? Maybe? He doesn't know what to do. Nope. Okay, never mind. Nope.
Oh my god.
Just asking for...
wasted as much time as possible and still got the clear.
Alright. Well, I'm 5 minutes from being banned from the marathon. Forever. Okay, is this... I think this is... Yes. Finally. My gosh. Alright, it's focus time. The FFR will explain here. Bless RNG's in the chat.
Alright, so here we are, new to the last stage. So, previous 15 stages, if we were to lose or decide we want to reset, we could just reset, try the stage again. Here at Mewtwo, though, if we were to lose or accidentally reset, we actually go back to Gary 2.
Whew!
And we have to beat Gary 2.
That's time.
And the fight happened so fast I didn't get to finish explaining everything.
Yeah, so you cannot reset on Mewtwo. If you do, you go back to Gary 2. So it's really important that you get your initial chain off. And I did not. Like, I panicked a bit and couldn't see something, but luckily Mewtwo continued chaining for so long that he gave me time to top him off. And we have a saying that Mewtwo is free, because usually he will chain enough for you to get it. But if he doesn't, it can go on for literal minutes. Like, I've had Mewtwo go on for over 17 minutes, which is actually longer than like 6 people's PB for the whole category.
Jeez. Yeah, Mewtwo is rough if you don't get the forced kill strat off.
So, yeah, very glad that that worked, because we could have been here a long time. But yeah, that is Pokemon Puzzle League. It's really fun to run Puzzle League because it's such a skill-based game, and people just seem to be delighted with it at marathons, because it and puzzle games in general just have this very mesmerizing quality. And I've also been told this game is good for ASMR. So, yeah, if you enjoy Puzzle League streams, feel free to follow my channel or go follow FFR Pro 21, or also join the Puzzle General Discord. In addition to Pokemon Puzzle League, got people that play all sorts of puzzle games, from Dr. Mario to Puyo Puyo, which I can't understand, Columns, Meteos. Maybe someone can...
Woods.
Oh yeah, Wario's Woods. Always a good one.
I played some of the NES version recently.
Oh, nice. So yeah, even these more obscure games, like I'd forgotten about Woods. If someone can drop a link in the chat, but otherwise, I think that's all I have. Is there anything else from you, FFR Pro, or the host?
If you do bit.ly/puzzlegeneral, it will bring you to the Puzzle General Discord.
Indeed. Everyone, make sure to give a follow to both Tayman and FFR Pro. Yeah, shout out to you guys for doing this run, especially with this very quick ending that really took me by surprise. So yeah, just after this run, do expect Sega Sonic the Hedgehog any percent right after a short break we'll be having right now. But just before we go on the break, I just would like to say that we actually got a donation recently, a 15 € donation by Vanna without a comment. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to that donation before we go. So thank you very much. And everyone, once again, thank you so much for donations. Thank you to you guys for your run. And we'll be seeing you in a few minutes for our next run. Cheers all.
All right, thanks everyone. Take care.
Take care, guys.